Good afternoon and welcome to the Willow's Cottage. Louis is in his crate, behaving himself, taking a nice, needed a little afternoon nap. And I wanted just to take a few moments to talk about the wins and losses. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but I didn't have a puppy growing up. I didn't really ever have dogs or puppies. My ex-husband and I did have a rat terrier, but it was pretty much his dog, so he did all the things and took care of everything and whatever. So I'm not very experienced. I'm not experienced at all. I am a very inexperienced puppy owner. So I just wanted to talk about how I've been chronicling how well things have been going, and there's been a few fiascos along the way. However, this morning was the full-on what the hell was I thinking meltdown. I was not paying attention, and none of anything he does is his fault. He's a puppy. Everything that happens is because I am an inexperienced puppy parent. So I just want to make that really clear. So I know I wasn't paying attention, and I looked over and he had a pair of my brocade silk boots chewing on it. He didn't hurt it, but it kind of freaked me out. So I was like, so I grabbed it and I put it up, and then I looked over and he had a pair of my red velvet shoes, of a pair of, dark burgundy red velvet shoes he had. And then I took those away from him. And then I realized he had another pair of, another pair of velvet shoes that he got into, and they were velvet boots. They're purple velvet boots, and they were all in the same place. So he found them all at the same time. So it wasn't like his fault, really. I just hadn't picked them up yet. So, because he never went over in that area, and today this morning he decided to go explore that area. So I looked over and he had torn off of the hanger one of my very, 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 very favorite sweaters, and he didn't do any damage to it, but it just sent me into this space where I was trying to get it up. I was trying to do it, whatever. He was fighting with me because he thought it was a game. I wasn't yelling at him. I was just like, no, you can't have this. And I was panicking, not yelling, but kind of panicking. And so he got all excited and he started jumping all over all the things. And so I was trying to get all the things out of the area and into the Marie Antoinette room so I could close the door so he can't get in there and get to them. And as I'm doing that, I tripped over him because, of course, he's following me and he's all excited, jumping up and doing all the things that puppies do. And then I went back in, and I don't know, I sat down on my bedroom floor and I just started crying. Like, I just was like, what was I thinking? I have completely lost my mind. This was the stupidest decision I've ever made in my life. And I was thinking that at the time, but really there were stupider ones. But I'm crying, and I'm like, my whole little Victorian cottage has been completely upheavaled. Half the stuff isn't, I can't even keep it out because he's going to ruin it. And I don't know if he's ever going to outgrow this. And why was I thinking, and why did I want such a big dog? And why did I do this? And why did I do that? And I just broke down. I just had that meltdown, and I was crying. And remember, he's like insane all over the house. Like, he's like all over the place. He's running amok because I'm really at my wit's end and I'm not really paying attention. I'm just like, do it, tear it up, tear it all up. I don't care. I don't know. And it did. And I was really feeling sorry for myself. So I sat down on my bedroom floor and I was crying, like weeping into my face and to my hands. And I was crying really, really hard. And I was sitting cross-legged, and I felt this, first of all, I heard this little whimper, and then I felt this little pressure on my leg, and I looked up, and he was sitting in front of me, and he was whimpering, like, and he had his paw on my leg, And I looked at him and I said, this isn't your fault. None of this is your fault. It's me. I overestimated my abilities to handle this, and all this is me. And I am so sorry. I'm so, so sorry. And I was just crying and telling him how sorry I am. And he climbed up into my lap. He climbed up onto me and he nuzzled his little face into my neck and he put his little arms around me. And he just was breathing, not heavily, but he was just breathing steadily. And so I stopped and I started breathing with him. And he sat with me for a good 10 minutes, just quiet, and let me just sit there. And I wrapped my arms around him and I was holding him. And by this time I was just rocking him back and forth. And I had stopped crying and I was telling him how sorry I was, that I was just so neurotic and that I'm not a good puppy parent. And he just didn't care. He just gave me just all the unconditional love. He could tell that there was something wrong with me and that I wasn't happy. And I don't know if he made the connection that it all kind of came from, started from something he did. I don't think he did. I think he didn't even care about that. All play stopped in his mind. Everything stopped in his mind. And the only thing he could think about is why I was sad and to try to help me feel better. And he did. And after I was done, I was rocking him and I was done. And it was kind of cute because I was like, okay, because he's so heavy. I was like, okay, you can get down. He didn't want to even get down. So he got down off of my chest and he just sat in my lap for the longest time. And I just wanted to share that because I've been sharing all these little happy moments where he's jumping and I'm laughing and we're playing, and those were real authentic moments, and I'm grateful for those moments. But there was a point today where he proved himself to me. I don't think I'll ever regret getting him again, ever. And I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you for listening. It's a journey. It's difficult. Puppies are hard. And when they're like a fourth year size, no, I'm flattering myself, but he's probably an eighth my size. But anyway, I just wanted to share. That's all. And thank you. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. It's an adventure for sure.